Africa's most influential athletics leader. Confederation of African Athletics President and IAAF Vice President Hamad Kalkaba Malboum accepts an award from Athletics Kenya during its annual gala this week. Beyond the festivities, Kalkaba had a strong message for his confederation.
We don't have any choice to meet the criteria.
Kalkaba was making reference to the reforms passed during a special IAAF Congress in Monaco last week. The package is aimed at changing how the scandal-ridden body is run.
IAAF faces many problems. So we need to rebuild our sport. We need to protect the integrity of the leadership of the IAAF, of globally the leadership of our sport. And we want to protect the integrity of our sport within the athletes themselves.
Doping and corruption within the IAAF is part of the image the body is trying to clean up. Russia at the center of the allegations which saw them suspended from the Rio Olympics. In Africa, the fight against doping is being hampered by a lack of resources and infrastructure. Following Bloemfontein's suspension early this year, the continent is currently without a World Anti-Doping Agency accredited laboratory to carry out tests.
During the competition, if we don't have the means here in the continent, we will ask support from the other continent. As a developing continent, we don't have all the know-how, we don't have all the expertise.
Kenya, Ethiopia and Morocco were placed on the IAAF doping watch list earlier this year for lack of proper anti-doping programs. Kenya, in its bid to comply with the global anti-doping code, passed new legislation which criminalizes the vice. The country, however, still remains on the doping watch list going into 2017.
Africa, we have to explain to our athletes, to our coaches, to our managers, to our sports leaders that using doping or cheating is not the right way to promote our sport. So we are going to set up that campaign. It must start by Kenya, because Kenya is the #1 in the continent.
Africa's heritage in the sport is from its middle and long distance dominance, but the continent is now producing sprint and field event champions. Now they want a stronger voice in the sports administration.
We sent a very strong message to the IAAF president about some of our concerns. For example, now we are only 3 in the IAAF Council. Africa needs more.
66-year-old Kalkaba, a Cameroon national, has been at the helm of African athletics since 2003 and now hopes that he can help usher in a new era for a sport which is seeking a fresh start. Celestine Karone, CCTV, in Nairobi, Kenya.